Yo, what is going on, guys? My name's Tally and welcome back to a brand new video. But before I get started, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the second channel, and follow the Twitter. We on that Twitter grind. It seems like I want to have Twitter club more than YouTube club, but hey, we out here, we grind, and hopefully I'll blow up on YouTube or Twitter or whatever platform it may be. But yeah, let's get started. In today's video, we'll be talking about why Saba's Care For Me album is an absolute classic. Saba is a 26-year-old rapper from Chicago who released Care For Me in May, I think of it, or April? May or April of 2018, I'll make sure of it, I'll put it on the screen. The album is a storytelling album which tells the story how him and his cousin became close and eventually his cousin passed away. I'm pretty sure his cousin passed away in Chicago from a stabbing, where the stabber tracked him down for about half an hour, I think it was, and then killed him on the train. The thing is, I've only been listening to this album for about a year. I didn't know who Saba was in 2018, so I didn't know he even dropped that album. The only reason I know him is back in 2019, I was scrolling for Twitter. I remember seeing him on the timeline and people just praising his album, like, oh my god, it's the greatest album ever, classic. And I'm like, okay, what's the hype all about? They weren't wrong. They were not wrong. We get into the first track, Busy / Sirens, which is pretty much just a track of him telling his story of his cousin, which when I first listened to it, I thought it was a bit meh. I realized how important this song is to the album, because this song pretty much tells you already that his cousin's passed away and that you're gonna hear stories upon stories upon stories throughout the album. Then we're going to the second track, an absolute masterpiece, Broken Girls. The track obviously is about two girls who he fell in love with, and as soon as you hear I'm in love with broken girls, it's a rap. It's a rap. The song is great. The amount of times I've cried to this song while being in my feelings is unbelievable. Like, this is one of my favorite songs on the album for sure. It gives him a perspective of what happened between him and these two girls, how he thinks relationship, his views on relationship and all that. Like, he just gives a great view of Saba, and it's also a very versatile track, especially when he starts singing to the end of the track. Oh my days, you feel like you're in heaven. And by the way, I did make the slowed version on my second channel. That's like 2k views. If you want to watch it, go on, link in the description. But anyways, we go on to the third track, Life, which is a very, very deep track by Saba. He's pretty much just saying his views on life, especially with the opening lyrics on life, where Saba says, I got angels running ways, I got demons hunting me, I know Pac was 25, I know Jesus 33, I told death to keep a distance, I think he obsessed with me. Just from those like 3 bars right there, you can already tell that this track's going to be deep. It's about life, it's about some real shit. Because he's pretty much saying like his life don't mean nothing because he never had nothing. Because in this lyric he says life don't mean shit to a nigga that ain't never had shit, which is some real shit I can relate to. I'm not saying my life don't mean shit, but I ain't had shit yet. Hopefully in like a couple years time I'll be how reflexive with an iced out chain. But anyways, it tells a great story on his perspective from life and how he thinks life should be. Then we get to the fourth track, Calligraphy, which is pretty much him telling the story how he has to survive his guilt, because he survived and his cousin did, and he's pretty much saying that instead of his cousin he should have went. Especially with the first couple of lyrics, it says, I don't tell the truth so y'all will feel sorry for me, I don't write this shit so y'all will feel God. Obviously when you lose someone you're gonna feel that for like years upon years. You're gonna feel like you should have went because you missed them, you want them here, you do anything to talk with them one last time. We get to the fifth track, Fighter, which is pretty much him talking about the streets of Chicago, especially when he says I don't want to fight no more because I'm not a fighter. He's pretty much just fighting to fit in, because Chicago's a rough area where it's pretty much killed or be killed in Chicago. I said this in the previous video about Polo G. It's pretty much killed or be killed out there. Obviously I'm not from Chicago, I'm not even from the US, so I'm not too sure about that, but for what I'm hearing and what I'm hearing about lyrics and rap, it is like a war zone in them ends. And then we finally get to the last 2 tracks of the song, which really tells the story between him and his cousin, Prom/King. Prom/King starts off as Saba have a prom day and his cousin hooks him up with a girl that he knows, and that's how their friendship starts. And just from there on, they just grow closer and closer and closer and close enough where they form their rap group. The way that Saba tells his story on the first part of prom is absolutely beautiful. The way he remembers his prom, the way he remembers me and his cousin for the first time is absolutely beautiful. It just starts off as two kids going prom, being excited, and then it just gets bad. Because on the second half, King, it really gets deep. The first part, King just tells the story of him and his cousin, how after prom, what they're doing, like he's going to college. His cousin went to college. He's taking hip-hop class, which, by the way, I want to take hip-hop classes, but I don't think they have any here in the UK, but that's besides the point. But then on that second verse of King, it really gets seriously. When his cousin gets shot at, with the lyrics saying, normally while talking on the phone, this time he over serious. My heart drop, I'm like, yo, what is it? He say he with Tio on the highway and some niggas tried to kill him. Emptied the clip on the car, somehow he didn't hit him. Sometimes I fucking hate Chicago cause I hate this feeling. That's when it really starts to point out to the death of his cousin. Obviously his cousin didn't die then, but that really like starts like a trend, if that makes sense, of his cousin being in danger, and it makes the viewer aware of like what's gonna happen to his cousin. It really starts to get heartbreaking towards the end of the track, because he goes into explanation how he pretty much found out his cousin died with such lyrics as 10 minutes into the session, I got a call from a number I don't got safe, but I answered anyway. She says, hello Malik, have you and Squeak talked to my son today? He was just on a train. We got in the cab but we didn't know where to drive to. Fucking wherever you are, my nigga will come and find you. That last bit is heartbreaking. Fucking wherever you are, my nigga will come and find you. Cause they know something happened to him. They know he's probably dead. That pretty much confirms to the viewers and the listeners of this album that his cousin died. This line also shows the perspective of Saba, because he, at this point, he doesn't know this cousin dead. Obviously us, the listeners, the viewers, we know, we heard about the story, but at this point he doesn't know, so you can really like see what is going through his brain with these lyrics, especially with the outro of the track where he says, just another day in the ghetto, I just hope I make it till tomorrow. That really shows the street life in Chicago when nobody is safe. You might think you are, but you're not. Prom/King is one of my favorite songs ever. That song just tells a beautiful story. It reminds me of a Kendrick Lamar, sing about me, I'm dying of thirst. And then we get to the last track, Heaven's All Around Me, where Saba raps from the perspective of his cousin with such lyrics like, yelling at my mother, I know you can hear me, get a little closer, repeat, bus driver pass me up, don't see me, paramedics talk about what he needs his oxygen. The track is really heartbreaking. Like, oh my god, I've personally never lost someone in my life, and I'm grateful for that. But this really does like put a string on my heart. Like, I can really feel the pain that Saba and his cousin is going through at this time. Especially in the chorus where he said, no, I can feel your pain, but I can see the star. No, I can't live in vain, but I know I'll be with God. There's heaven all around me. There's heaven all around me. This album is an absolute masterpiece. It tells an absolutely beautiful story from top to bottom, and I highly recommend it. If you haven't listened to the album, please listen to it. You won't regret it. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like. I'm not normally good at these styles of videos, but I really wanted to do this video on Saba's Care For Me, because I really hold that album close to heart to me. It's really a beautiful masterpiece, and in my opinion, it's a personal classic of mine. Also, shout out Camp Inc. He done a video on Saba's Care For Me album, which really did help me on making this video, so shout out to him. But anyways, have a good day, have a good life, have a good afternoon, morning, evening, whenever you're watching this on. Peace.